Hi, this is Congressman Luke Tomorrow with another edition of Blaine Buzz. Thanks for joining us this week. State of the Union was this past week with the President making his annual comments to Congress about what he hoped would be accomplished and things that he thinks he has accomplished over this past year or two. And Yogi Berra once said something to the effect that it's a deja vu moment all over again, and I think that's kind of the way we all felt. You could have sat there with the past State of the Union speech of the last 2-3 years and it would have been the same. There were very little new suggestions in this for improvements to our economy. You know, this is a time whenever we had negative growth in the fourth quarter. The economy for the next year has been downgraded to about 1.4% growth that they anticipate. And we have jobs that our unemployment numbers have become stagnant, and yet he thinks that everything is going well. As I go home every week and talk to a lot of you, things are not going well. They could be a lot better. They could be a lot worse, but I think at this point we've had 4 years of a president trying to tax and spend our way to prosperity, and it hasn't worked. I think that this is a case where we have, if you look at Japan, they have done the same thing with regards to how they've tried to run their country. And at this point, 20 years after they've tried to do these things that we're doing now, they have 200% debt to GDP. They have a lot of weak industries, a lot of weak companies that they've propped up that yet have not started to take off and grow. After 20 years, they have a stagnant economy that actually is going into a recession again. And as a result, they're not going anywhere. Yet we, as the United States, are going down the same road. This tremendous debt and spending that we're in, it continues to follow the same path as what Japan has done. And as a result, how can we expect a different outcome? That's my concern. How's this going to affect our people? How is it going to affect you as an individual, as a consumer? I think that's the question we have to all ask. And at the end of the day, the answer is it's going to be all negative. We don't have a solution for the continued regulatory bombardment that all of you, as well as small business people, are being hit with by this government. More was added by the President in his speech the other night, especially with climate change, which to me is a farce. And if you look at the programs that he's promoting, none of it's paid for. Again, it's more spending. The only way you pay for this is more taxes. It's shown that this is not the way we need to go. I'm disappointed in the speech, disappointed in his direction that he wants to take the country. The American people, by polling, show that we have a spending problem. They believe it's a spending problem. All economists you talk to will tell you it's a spending problem. So I think that we have to find a way to convince the President through our budget process that we can do a better job of getting our country back on track, giving the people of this country, you, the opportunity to have a better life. Otherwise, we're going to be saddling our kids and grandkids with a debt they can't ever get out from underneath and pay, and they have a less of a future to look forward to than what we do. See you next week. Thanks for joining us this week.